Good morning, everyone. This is Coach Beasley here. About to go over our lecture for today. Before we get started, I just want to discuss and talk about the different projects and labs that are coming up and that are here that you still have to complete. Some of you still have to go back to your different labs and the start of the projects that are coming out and look at the content that's there. So when you go on the Blackboard and you go in and you look at the labs and or the projects, you're going to have a brief, there's going to be a report, and there's going to be a way to submit. And then there'll be other files that support that. What I noticed with a few of you that submitted your labs, you didn't look at the lab. You went straight to the lab submission and you looked at this little description introduction that was here, and you kind of ran with that, trying to use your own files, create your own thing, make your own report, and submit that. That is not the process that we do. You have to look and read everything that is involved in that particular module. So for lab three here, for instance, this is the album cover lab. Um, there's the brief that explains what the album cover lab project is going to be. So you need to read through that thoroughly, follow directions, because your rubric that's here, what you're based on the grade, is based on, you following directions and doing everything that needs to be done there. So that's number one. And then there's the report, which is part of that you have to fill out this report. You're filling out this report, not coming up with your own Word document or what have you to write up whatever you want in there to describe it. You don't have to put an explainer video. I know some of you did that, trying to create a video to explain your process and your work. That's not necessary. You just got to fill out this project report. If you're not used to having to do this type of thing, get used to it, because in our world, in this real world in life, when you are doing projects for a client or doing projects for your job function and that sort of thing, not only are you going to be doing the project, but you got to write up a report that explains what you did, how you did it. For instance, the images, that's a biggest thing. You just using any other picture that you want, especially in our day, in our great day of AI like it is, you just can't use the pictures and expect to just not be accountable for it. You have to account for every picture that you create. You have to say where you got the picture from, who the person is that took that picture or created that part of the picture, so you give them credit. It's called attribution. You must do that for everything, especially now with AI, because one of the biggest things that happens nowadays is that people will start to use AI for everything, and that will be the project, and that is not a good thing. We'll talk about this more next week, because next week's lecture is talking about and going over the use of AI, not just in Photoshop, but across the board. We'll be talking about that. So that's the next lecture that's coming up. I may end up in the next class make that the first thing we talk about. I don't know. But the use of AI is big, it's useful, but it's a tool. Going online and finding going to Pexels and Unsplash and places like that, is looking for pictures that you can use for your projects, but also giving credit to the person who took that photo. So that way you can give them credit for what you used from them. It's not necessarily paying the person, it's just making sure that they know, anybody that needs to know has it. And then on the side of your clients and your bosses, that company has a legal department. They have to make sure they clear the use of that material, those assets, so that way they don't get sued. Because people will sue you for using their stuff without permission. So you want to make sure that you do that. Get in the habit of doing that right now, so you don't have to get in the habit of doing it later. It's already there. It's already ingrained in you. That's what we're trying to do here. Number of lectures. Well, not number of lectures. Yeah, number of lectures. Let's talk about that first. We are at lecture number 10, which is talking about photo retouching. We have one more lecture, which is lecture 11. And then after that, there's not going to be any more lectures that you have to watch a video for or attend in person. You're going to be able to take this time to work on these different projects and labs, get them done, turn them in, get them ready to go. There are deadlines. Make sure you're meeting the deadlines tightly as possible. You can get it done early and right. That's the main two things. If you get it done early, cool, but make sure it's right. If it's not right, I'm going to spit it back at you and tell you by email, hey, you need to fix this, you need to fix that, you need to go back and look at the brief, that sort of thing. After the deadline, you're not going to have any more reprieve. It's whatever you turned in. So after lecture 11 is over next week, everything that you need to turn in from that point is going to be taken as it is. If it's before the deadline, like some of the projects that are coming up at the end, if it's before the deadline and I can give you feedback, I'll give you feedback before the deadline so you can turn it in on time. If you turn it in and the deadline's passed, and you turn it in that day or you turn it in late, you're only going to be graded by what you gave me. So if you did it wrong, you did it wrong. That, you know, time for grace and mercy is kind of being over. So I just want to make sure that you're understanding of that and have an idea of that about what's going on and creating for that. So I'm going to end the video here with this and I'll start a new video getting into our lecture.